Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Business Management Unit 2, talking about business organizations. This is our Types of Ownership Part 2. So again, our objectives are to explain types of business ownership, to list the most common forms of business associations, and particularly in this lesson, we're going to define profit businesses, nonprofits, and franchises. And we're going to describe the pros and cons of each form of business. So first off, let's talk about profit businesses. Profit businesses get an income of money. They have owners and shareholders in their business. Any profit that is made by the business goes to the owner of the business. Next is a nonprofit. Now, nonprofits have no owners. Their purpose is something other than making a profit. Usually it's for a good cause of some kind. Finally, let's talk about a franchise. Now, a franchise is a business that was created for expanding an original business, but opening it in a new location and where you are required to sell goods and services in a certain way. There's always a contract involved, and the franchisee, who is the owner of the franchise, let me back up. Sorry about that. So the franchisee has to pay the franchisor in order to open up the business. And the franchisor also gets to prove who opens their business in different locations. Now, this is a way to expand a business without the original owner having to open each business in all the different locations. Some perks of a franchise is that consumers most likely already know about the original business, so you don't have to market as strongly to get customers. And a lot of the small details, the procedures, the hiring and training systems, etc., of conducting the business, they are already figured out for you. However, take note, there is no guarantee that the business will succeed. Now, I want you to take a second, though, and I want you to think about as many different franchise businesses as you could possibly think of. So you can pause this video and think about that for a second before we move on. All right, so here's a did you know talking about a franchise. Chick-fil-A has an extreme, which is a type of franchise, has an extremely difficult process for aspiring franchisees of a Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A only approves a handful of new owners a year, and there is a long list of requirements that they want their owners to have. They also don't want their franchisees to advertise nationwide. They only want their franchisees to advertise locally. Finally, let's talk about the U.S. Small Business Administration. So, if you are ready to start up your own business, our country, the U.S., has a great website with all the resources that you would need to get started, and it is simply SBA for Small Business Administration.gov. So, SBA.gov, and this site covers how to plan, how to launch, how to manage, and how to grow your business. And so that is the end of our lesson, our Business Management Unit 2 Business Organization. This was our Types of Ownership Part 2, where the objectives were to explain types of business ownership, list the most common forms of business association, particularly in this lesson, talking about defining profit businesses, nonprofits, and franchises, and describe the pros and cons of each form of business.